Okay, class, today we are going to be taking a look at Chapter 2, Module 2. This is going to cover the basic use and functions of Microsoft Word. This is what you will need to know to just create a basic book report or text document. We won't be putting in any clip art or anything like that at this point. We're going to go over certain things like how to save, how to open and close, how to enter information, how to edit information, how to navigate using the keyboard. And I'm literally just going to follow through, I'm just going to follow through the book and demonstrate what it is that they are talking. So to enter and edit text, when Word is first launched, you have a blank document like you can see right here, and we are going to enter, I'm just going to make up some form of a paragraph here. Okay, Belmont College is the best. Let's just say we're going to make this into some sort of a flyer to promote Belmont College. Well, obviously this is not catchy, it is not flashy, it does not look very good at all. We are going to play around with the font ribbon right here to try to make this look a little catchier. Maybe something like that. Let's center it because this is our title. You know what, let's actually take it down a few lines, that way it's not so close to the top. And let's increase the font size. There, now you can see that that looks a lot better. It's a much better title than we had before. What else can we play with in here? Well, the text has to be highlighted, remember that. In order to modify text, it must be highlighted. I think it looks a little bit better bold. I don't like the italicized version there. It doesn't look very good for a title. What about underlined? I could go either way on that. Let's take a look over here and see what we can do. Text effects and typography. Oh, look at that with the shadow. Okay. So I want you guys to, kind of play around with all these tools and see how you can make things look cool, make them look better. This is a highlighter tool. This is great for note-taking, but the text is not selected. But we don't need this for right now. This will clear all your formatting. So let's just say why did it do that? And take it right back to the default. Now, here, clear up top, these are some pretty important keys to remember right here. Well, first off, you want to save often so that you do not lose your work if the power goes out or something like that. Secondly, the undo button. Mistakes happen all the time. That button's a lifesaver. And then the redo button, if you undid too many times and you're like, oh crap, I didn't mean to get back that far, here's your redo button. So let's take a look at changing the font color. You have all these different colors in here. You can go with some form of a gradient. So we are going from red to clear. I don't really particularly care for the gradients in text. I don't think they look quite right, but let's go with, you know what, let's go with our colors, blue. Okay, now over here in the paragraph thumbnail, we have the ability to align our text left, center it, or align it right. And you might remember from the previous module, these are the, what were they called? The helpful little notes that pop up. I'll remember it here in a minute. But these little notes, you can read them and they'll describe to you what all these functions will do. And I suggest you go through them all and take a look and read them and kind of familiarize yourself with everything in the home ribbon, this entire ribbon you want to familiarize yourself with. Now, here is something that people don't typically realize about Microsoft Word, or any text editor for that matter. When you hit the Enter key, the cursor moves down, but what is holding the place value there? There's something called a hidden character. And if you want to see these hidden characters, because sometimes these can cause formatting issues, there they are. Here's every time you hit enter. You have one of those things pop up. And sometimes when you're trying to format your document or maybe open it in a different program and it's not opening right, the reason is you have hidden characters in there that should not be there. And obviously the the enter key, this is a paragraph indicator. You're going to a new paragraph. Those should be in there to hold the place. So I'm going to go ahead and take those out. And that's what they are talking about in section 2.1.3 with the hidden characters. Inserting new lines and paragraphs. This is not difficult. I would like, just for demonstration purposes, I would like to just look something up and copy and paste rather than you guys having to watch me type it. There, we'll go with open source software. See the hidden characters anymore, and I want the font. Well, it's going to copy the formatting. So you can keep the source formatting, which means you continue with the formatting that, well, whoever you copied it from, you're going to keep their format. You can merge the formatting and continue with what you've been doing, or you can keep text only. I'm going to keep the source format, and I'm going to highlight all of this and change it to what I want it to be. So maybe for here we might want, oh, this is a very common font right there. So when you're moving to a new paragraph, let's see. Well, to move to a new line, we're just going to put a few small words in here. Here, actually, let's just continue from right here. I'm the worst person in the world at coming up with random things to say. Going to a new line happens automatically, as you saw right there. It did not just continue to type outward. That's called word wrapping. And of course that's handy and it's necessary. You also noticed when I typed the word "the," it automatically capitalized it for me. Sometimes Word will automatically fix mistakes for you. If you spell a word and you're only one letter off, sometimes it'll just automatically do it. Other times your spell check will, let's just misspell the word canopy. It'll underline it and doesn't know what you mean, and you have to pick. But anyhow, that is how to move to a new line. It happens automatically, or you can always hit the enter key. But the enter key will automatically take you down to create a new paragraph, and you would have to hit the backspace key to come back. Okay, so creating new lines, the keyboard shortcuts, inserting new pages, inserting page breaks. New line, you want the page break from the insert ribbon. Okay, so to get to the next page, you could hit enter a bunch of different times. But then what you're looking at is this. You have all these paragraph markers holding these spaces. You could also go to your Insert tab, and it might take me a second to find it. There are a lot of options in here. Where is page break? That is what I'm looking for. There. Which basically, now this will hold, the page break will hold the rest of this page as blank and start on a new page for you. So that is another way to get to a new page. Okay, how to remove. If you need to remove a page break, it is best to switch to draft view. You'll see the page break represented at a dense dotted line with the word page break on it. To remove them, position the cursor on the page break and just tap the delete key. The page break will disappear. So just do that, click delete. It did not disappear. Let's try that again. There. Okay, let's see. We're not going to worry about over-typing. Over-typing is something that will almost never help you. if you need to type something right here, it automatically inserts and pushes over the other word. If you have overtype turned on, it would literally type over all these words. And that, I just don't see where that would ever be handy. Let's see, where else can we go? A lot of the stuff in Chapter 2 is pretty common sense. Deleting text, you can hit backspace to delete the the letter that is before the cursor. You can hit the delete key to delete the number that is after the cursor. You can also delete whole words. Let's take a real quick break here, and let me just pause this real quick in case anybody needs to go use the restroom or anything like that. Okay, for the rest of this video, we're just going to play around with ways to navigate through your Word document. Now, there's a few little shortcuts that you can use to just save you some keystrokes. If I wanted to delete the word more, I could just hit the backspace key a few times, or if I hold down the control key and hit backspace, it automatically takes out the whole word. Same thing if I hold the control key down and hit the delete key, it'll take out the whole word. If you look at what page is this? These pages are not numbered. At the very back of the chapter, you have section 2.4.2, the keyboard. These are different keystrokes that you can use. If you become a professional document producer, these keyboard strokes can save you a lot of time and make you a lot faster. So if you need to move over one letter at a time, your hands are already on the keyboard. If you use your arrows, I'm not sure how well I'm doing at this. These arrows right here will help you navigate around if you accidentally mistype one letter or something like that. You know what, let me try doing it this way. Here's the table that I'm looking at. Just play with these keys. Control over. We'll move you one word at a time. Same in the other direction, of course. And up one line, up one paragraph or down one paragraph with control up and down. The home key right here will take you, well, I guess it takes you to the beginning, so to show you. So that's the home key, takes you back to the beginning of the paragraph. The end key will take you to the other end, that's right there. Then you have page up, page down, control home, and control end. Page up and page down is pretty common sense. It's going to take you to the top or to the bottom of the page. And control home and control end will move you either to the very beginning of the document. So I'm going to hit the control key and the home key, very beginning, control key and end key, the very end of the document. So that sums up chapter 2. And you guys, for your assignment, what I want you to do, it's not very complicated. I just want you guys to make basically a flyer to promote something, either a birthday party, promote the college, promote, I don't know, game night at your house. Of course this can be made up, but make a flyer, and I want you to demonstrate the use of different font sizes, the use of different font colors, and maybe throw in some shadowing effects and things of that nature. Have your titles centered and just make it look good. And if you want to go a little bit above and beyond, you can start playing around with. Let me see, where is borders? Maybe it might be under design, draw, layout. You can put in some smart art, and you can play with your header and your footer and things of that nature, and make it look even a little bit flashier. Still, if you go down here in the paragraph tab, I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong spot. Bear with me, I'm having a brain fart. Oh, I'm sorry, it's right here. Here's the borders and shading right here, and you can play around in here. If you want a border around your page, you can choose different forms of art out of here. There's a whole big list of things that you can try and really jazz up your document and make it look good. So that's it for your Module 2 lecture, and try to have fun with this project.